love is a stuffed inside teddy bear.
Yeah, love is stuffed inside. This is Bryant the teddy bear. He's one of my personalities that I found when I found out I was a multiple personality due to mind control from the government.
Right.
He is the personality that protects the children from danger. So he's this mean, scruffy bear that protects the children from danger. And so I got a representation of him, and I bought this teddy bear in Canada.
Wonderful.
And he's got meditation beads on?
Yes.
What sort of mind control are you talking about?
I was under military mind control when I was about 2 to 12 years old. And I think they dropped my program about 12, but then they tried to get me to self-destruct about 18 years old.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, they tried to get me to be a serial killer.
Explain that again.
They tried to make me a serial killer. For multiple years during that age, between 18 and 21, I was fantasizing about being a serial killer, and I think that was their mind control, trying to get me to kill myself, to get myself in trouble.
Right. So, that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
In other words, because they couldn't use you, they wanted to terminate you.
Yes, yeah, they wanted to terminate me after that. And then since I've remembered this past year, I'm 40 now, this last year I started to actually remember stuff. They also tried to get me to buy a gun. I kept hearing voices.
Are you 40? You look so much younger than that.
Yeah. They kept getting...
I would have said 25.
No, I would have said maybe 35, but not 40.
It's my family lineage.
I would think most people place you in your early 30s.
That's one reason why they chose you. Why do you think you were chosen?
For the mind control, I think it just happenstance because my dad was in the Navy. He had top secret clearance because he was on nuclear submarines. And I think I just happened to be available. And then I also think that they probably found out that I was an abductee.
Right. So they must have found out you were an abductee before you were 2.
Right. And then they wanted to find out, they found out I was an abductee. They wanted to find out what the aliens were doing with me.
What type of aliens?
Nothing anybody else has seen. These are very different. I have not seen this alien in anybody else's pictures or anything like this. It's unusual. It does have a gray-like tone of skin, but it's more like a dolphin skin. They have the big eyes, but they have lids on their eyes, so all you see is the slit. And they have more of a muzzle, like a chimpanzee muzzle on them. They're very different. And they only have 2 fingers and 1 thumb.
Well, that sounds like the... who was it? Someone, one of the speakers showed some pictures of like the long-nosed grays, and they have like a muzzle.
Not like that. It's like a chimpanzee muzzle. It's not that long.
Okay.
It's just about an inch off.
Oh, okay.
It looks just like a gorilla or something. But it
I've seen pictures of that. In fact, there's
this one had a 4-quarter skull, and you know how grays, they have big heads? This one's even bigger in comparison to the rest of its body. It's huge, and it's definitely 4-quarter. You can tell that it's got 4 lobes in its brain. The skull indents this way and this way. And so it's definitely
What was involved with the mind control? What sort of things were done? Can you remember?
They were trying to make me a psychic warrior. In other words, I was capable of moving equipment such as tanks with my mind from 5 miles away. I was capable of controlling somebody's mind that was a threat to me and make them not a threat to me. I was capable of moving objects at long distances, things like that.
So really, just run-of-the-mill, just move a tank 5 miles stuff?
Yeah, run-of-the-mill psychic warrior.
Yeah. So really, it's not really much.
I don't know how much I was actually used. I do have some flashback memories of killing a few people.
So sort of Manchurian candidate style?
Yeah, but psychic type. Yeah, using psychic powers to do it.
What, do you believe the program was stopped? Do you know the name of the program?
I think I was a test subject just to see what they could do with me. I don't think I was ever used in the long run, because what happened was when I was 11 years old, I was sent to a boarding school because I had behavior problems. I wonder why.
I wonder why,
yeah. Yeah, and then so when they sent me to this boarding school, I think what happened was the CIA was working through this boarding school.
It was a school.
And they were mind controlling people. There were several times that we took field trips out of that school that I don't remember what we did on the field trip, but I remember the trip out and the trip back. And I never remembered what we did on the field trip.
Do you know the name of the school?
Devereaux. There's 6 of them. 6 schools called called Deborah, and one was in Georgia. And I found out
you were in Georgia?
Can you spell that? D-E-B?
it's the E-O-X.
It's a French spelling.
It's French spelling, yeah, Deborah. And it was confirmed by another mind control victim that she was in the same area, and she said she remembers me being at the mind control site being controlled.
What state?
Georgia. Yeah, it's Cobb County, Georgia is where Deborah is. Kennesaw, Cobb County, it's right
I'll
here.
have you talk to Lori, the lady.